What we heard from Biden that we wouldn't have had this been a debate. While Donald Trump was holding a town hall over on NBC, Joe Biden was doing the same over on ABC. It could come down to ratings, which the president would love more than anything else, but that wouldn't be a true representation of how one candidate fared against the other. The former vice president's town hall provided a picture of how things could be with the country under his leadership. These are answers voters have been waiting for but that they don't get to hear, as you can't isolate them out from the president's blustering. Biden's town hall even seemed boring to some. This is true, as it did lack the excitement of Trump's constant interruptions and face contortions, along with Biden losing his cool and telling Trump to shut up and calling him a clown. Biden's town hall had none of that, just a man providing answers. No matter who asked a question, be it Stephanopoulos, a Republican audience member or a Democratic audience member, you knew where Biden stood on issues. That was something not seen much in Trump's town hall and definitely not seen in the debate between the president and former vice president a few weeks back. A young black man stood up and made it clear, he had nowhere to turn. He didn't feel he was getting the support from the Trump administration, and Biden hadn't provided anything to make him feel safer, 5 months out from George Floyd's death. Biden expressed an understanding. He told him he was right and verified his feelings. He brought up facts to show the unfairness between races. The very long-winded Biden then offered to talk to the young man after the town hall finished. While it's unclear if the young man stuck around, Biden did. He stood up, faced the audience and answered the questions after the event ended. There were times when he was a little cagey, such as on the subject of whether he would pack the Supreme Court if Amy Coney Barrett is confirmed, and he wins the presidency. He gave a reason why he wasn't answering, though, it all depends on how this thing with Barrett turns out. He promised he would let the public know before the election, while previously he wouldn't commit until the day after the election. Sure, watching Biden answer questions on the pandemic, the economy, transgender rights, the Supreme Court, and his own record wasn't as exciting as watching NBC's Savannah Guthrie tell Trump he isn't a crazy uncle, but after 4 years, it seemed very reassuring. You could tell the type of man Biden is when he was asked if he thinks next week's debate will take place after Trump backed out of this town hall that the debate commission decided should be virtual. It's just decency, he said. It's not because he has concerned so much of himself possibly catching COVID-19 after Trump tested positive and spent time in the hospital a few weeks ago, but it's concern for the camera guys and the Secret Service. He said he's 100% crystal that he expects to be there in Nashville for next week's debate with Trump. Stephanopoulos asked him at one point about the coronavirus pandemic, and Biden ticked off Trump's failures with it. He did this often during the night, showed the differences between himself and his Republican opponent. It is the presidential responsibility to lead, said Biden. That it is. And that's what was heard from him during the debate that we wouldn't have heard in a debate with Trump. We heard him lead the discussion, the stage, the audience. It shows how effective his more kind, caring manner could be leading the country.